So fast fashion, you can think of it as rapidly produced clothing made of low quality fabrics, ultimately ending up in the landfill because it's a very short-lived piece of clothing. In the year of 2018, we put 11 million tons of textiles and clothing in the landfill. That's about 70 pounds of textile waste every year per person in the United States. And one of the things which I strongly advocate is the need versus wants. For example, you go to a mall, and just because you're at a mall and you feel like spending, you buy a piece of clothing. As we go to events, as we go to conferences, as we get excited about our first year of college, is not to pick up swag just to pick up swag. If it was just one other shirt in your closet, which you may or may not wear or donate at some point, then what was the purpose of buying? I think also thinking through not a recycle mindset, but repair mindset. Instead of saying, oh, I will donate it and somebody else is going to fix it, maybe learn the skills for fixing it, fix it, wear it, reuse it, extend it. Think of it as an investment piece. It's going to stay longer with you. When we have our clothes and we don't need them, we go and donate our clothes. Estimates are only 1 out of the 5 end up on the rack, and the rest go into what is called the second-hand export market. So the second-hand export market goes to some African countries, Pakistan, and some other countries. But then what is happening there is that we are polluting their landfills because most of them are not worn, because it's also affecting their domestic manufacturing industry. If you do have the flexibility of time and budget, I would strongly recommend that consumers do their due diligence of looking up the companies and brands. Where are your clothes coming from? Who made your clothes? What are they made of? And I will say that I will highlight Patagonia because they have been at the forefront, and they were the first brand to call out and say that this industry has a problem. The other brands which come to mind are Levi's. So when you go to a Levi's store, they educate consumers about how often should you be washing your denim, which, once in 6 months or a year is more than enough. And there are different ways of how you can clean your denim and make it last longer. The other things which consumers can do to make responsible fashion choices would be to look at certifications. You can choose to buy materials made from organic sources. There is Blue Sign approved, which basically is telling consumers that the supply chain has been responsible and they were audited. Fair trade certification basically talks about, again, having fair labor practices, making sure that they're paid fair wages. The global fashion industry, and you can see it even in the clothing which we also have, is about 63% of it is synthetics or polyester based. And synthetics are also a big contributor for microplastics in the ocean, in our food. Think of fast fashion as fast food. It is cheap materials, cheap production, low quality, and hence it's bad both for the body, and in terms of fashion, it's not good for the environment as well and the society at large.